Arno, in a good cases, when you have something as, we've all read Life, so we all understand there's a lot of stuff that went on between Mick and Keith that, well, essentially, tell the story, because if I recall from what you were telling me, you were much more Keith's choice than Mick's. So there was, certain amelioration that you had. You like that word, Tom? Certain
You've been using your therosis again, David.
Well, there you go.
As opposed to herosis, which would be a whole other holiday.
With the matzah, of course.
Yes.
We're hiding the Afrikomen, but I don't know where.
That's right.
But seriously, you had, right from the get, you had other issues besides the music that you had to, not so much tiptoe, but you had to be conscious of, correct?
You have to be. I mean, actually, with the Stones, Mick was the one who kind of decided he wanted to hire us. But then, just in terms of personal relationships, we ended up getting a lot tighter with Keith just over time. Partly because, Keith is just this very down to earth guy, and so we ended up spending a lot of nights hanging out with Keith, and but obviously you have to walk the line. Keith, Keith is the kind of guy who could, meet the richest guy in the world and decide he doesn't like him, and sort of piss all over him, and then he could decide that he likes some guy he met pumping gas, and he'd want to hang with the guy, which is sort of his nature.
Yeah.
So that was the deal. So night after night, those guys were as a rule prisoners in their hotel rooms.
Right.
They couldn't even go to their to the hotel bar or whatever. So we'd kind of get the word like, hey, Keith would like you guys to come by and hang out tonight, and of course we would.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, you're right about that. I remember one night I went to Shakespeare's books. Remember that on 81st and Broadway? And Mick lived around the corner, and he wanted to buy a book. And he was...
Okay, you're back, by the way.
There we go.
He was literally skulking around so that no one would recognize him, when if he would have not skulked, yes, people would have been looking at this short person skulking, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it must be tough. I mean, I think each and every one of us would love that opportunity to have that. Yet at the same time, it's almost great that we don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's always a quid pro quo, it seems, and certainly those guys paid a price for the fame and stuff. I mean, they've dealt with it, obviously.
Yeah.
But
what are some of the Stone shows in particular that stand out to you?
What shows stand out? Well, when we played Prague.
Okay.
When the Soviet Union had only collapsed several months earlier,
right?
And so the Czechoslovakia at the time, Václav Havel was the president, and he had all these people in his government, like high officials, who were like, artists and musicians and like guys with long hair and beards, and we played. It was the largest audience. It was all stadiums for that tour. It was the Steel Wheels tour, but we played this stadium. It was 110,000 people, and most of them had never been to a rock concert, let alone something on that scale.
Sure.
And what was great, I mean, talk about, there was this like spirit in the air that was just magic. And what was great was where there had been a huge portrait of Stalin, it was replaced with the Stones Yaya logo. Hung. And the posters for the concert said, tanks are rolling out, Stones are rolling in. So it was a pretty magic moment.
Yeah.
So that was definitely one of the memorable ones. The very first one we did with them in Philadelphia was the first concert of the year. Sort of interesting. They played Shattered was the third song.
What year was this? What year?
This
89.
was 89, 90.
Yeah, I remember that tour. Yeah, I saw that.
And so Shattered was like the third tune in this set. And as they were playing Shattered, the generator overheated and the whole stage like went down for like 40 minutes. And it was like a whole thing where they had to like run around getting tons of dry ice to throw on top of the generator to cool it down and stuff. They never played Shattered again the entire tour.
Well, you know why? It's obvious because when they did "Sympathy for the Devil" at Altamont,
There you go. I mean, same.
They learned.
They learned, although they did "Sympathy for the Devil" night after night without any problems. But
But that also has to be an incredible transition because you're used to playing clubs where you can see people and you can feel the energy. How do you feel the energy, or is it a different type of energy, I would imagine, when you're in a stadium with 110,000 people and you have this massive PA system around you?
it's different. I mean, not to make, we had already had our share of having played,
Yeah.
20,000 seaters, like with the Giles Band with John.
Yeah, but same, yeah.
With, we did a tour with Robert Plant as the Honey Drippers.
Right.
So, which was like a segment in his show. It was, he was pushing the Little by Little album at the time. But, those were also, that was like 20,000 seaters and stuff like that. So between 20,000, once you get to a certain point, the difference between 20,000 or 60,000 or 110,000, it's all kind of a haze anyhow, especially, and I wear, my stage thing is I wear shades. So I can't really see more than 10 rows in front of me anyhow. So.